Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS and the inventor of the CTKS method that reveals smart money buy and sell levels, BORSOG trading, which helps you to get into sync with the markets, and the CTKS Masterclass, where I seek to transfer my 30 plus years of skills in financial markets and explain the smart money institutional mindset to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining positive excellence in the process. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market as well as the stock market, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the tax software I use, and links to the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass. Please seek out a CTKS ambassador to get 80% off. And if you're in financial hardship, you can also apply for the partial Masterclass scholarship. The link is in the description as well. Thank you to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers. And please note, I don't have WhatsApp or Telegram. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin is currently up 0.66% to 19,172. Ethereum is up 1.54% to 1302. As crypto technical analysts, we look at all the jigsaw pieces of data and seek to put that jigsaw piece into the right slot. A lot of people are perplexed by financial markets and they can be very confusing. For example, why did the markets rally? You can already see that the earnings were not that great. And we witnessed this too in the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq came down to the smart money buy level of 10,569 and just arced through these resistance levels. And it's done really well. But we know there's substantial resistance above that, so just something to keep in mind. It's always really good to see a positive close on Friday, because generally when people are scared about the markets, they sell off on Friday. They don't want to deal with Monday when the main markets open. We can also see financials did quite well. But why do we care about this data? We're about crypto. Rule 225, Bitcoin cannot escape the stock market's gravity. This is one of the jigsaw pieces we need to put together in the puzzle of price. In the past trading session, we saw some important things eventuate. Fear came down. As fear comes down inside the markets, we can see risk-on behavior actually creeping back in, and we noticed that the Nasdaq 100 did quite well. It actually rose in price. It's challenging a previous resistance just on short-term price action. Now, what drove this? The yields coming down and the dollar coming down drove it. It's very important to understand this dynamic. Before the markets opened, there was a lot of negative momentum inside the markets. You can see the yields absolutely spiked. The dollar was up. And a lot of people would have looked at the market and said, I'm selling. Professionals look at that market and say, I'm buying. Just about an hour ago, I put out a poll on Twitter. I said, did you buy the dip in the past session when the markets were selling off hard? And the markets did sell off hard. They spiked the Armageddon line. Most people said no, but it was quite close, the people who said yes. And I'd just like to thank Bomb Biggie again. Very kind of you, my friend. We can see that gold has come up with the weakness in yields and the dollar, DXY. And we've also seen oil come up. There's been a slight improvement in the risk-on appetite through junk bonds. We've followed for quite a while now the federal funds rate prediction of April 2023. And we can see we were getting really close to the terminal rate. And for our regular global family members who've been following the channel, we knew that the Fed was basically rolling all the rate hikes, forward loading the rate hikes in, and that was absolutely unsustainable. That's why I put this box here, because I wanted to show you where it would be in literally over 12 months' time. We're nearly there. And especially yesterday, it was at 5%. 5.25% was expected to be the peak rate. Yesterday, there was an 89.8% maximum probability rate that we would hit 5.25%. What is it today? It's increased substantially to 95.1%. What this means is the probability of 5.25% as being the higher rate is actually increasing. If it gets lower as a percentage, we would expect a higher than 5.25% rate in about 12 months' time. We knew that the dollar strength, the DXY, the US dollar currency index, would need to retrace, and it came up and hit the 113.853 smart money sell level, and it indeed sold at that level. As the DXY spiked, Bitcoin pierced the Armageddon line. For those people who leaned in to this price action, it was because of front-loaded rates, the fact that yields would come down from a probabilistic stance. What we seek continuously to do as professional traders and investors is execute Rule 359, be on the right side of the percentage. You want to buy when you've got a discount in price, not when you're paying over retail price. And we know all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. But the investing mindset is very, very different from the trading mindset. So combining both is just the ultimate thing to do. You can see with the DXY, the US dollar currency index, how it's so important to mark up your charts with the CTKS method and understand where the institutional buy and sell levels are. The reason that we look through the world markets, collecting news events and world events, is because they really, really matter to crypto. Many people who are not trained in crypto technical analysis just look at their beloved alts and think that's the only chart they need to look at. It's not. There are 100 charts, other charts, that impact your beloved alts. And before we buy or sell, we must master positive excellence. It's all about getting rid of fear and installing courage. And this is more easily said than done. There are 4 stages that all investors and traders progress through to become consistently profitable and attain real wealth and positive excellence. Zone 1 and Zone 2 are the high-risk zones. Entitlement is all about, I have some money, I turn up. I want to make $1 million from this. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I know it will work out. That doesn't get us anywhere. But everybody starts like that, so that's okay. The market has a very different view on entitlement. You're only entitled to profitability inside the market from the market's perspective if you know what you're doing. In Zone 2, a lot of people get upset because they're not achieving their goals, so they reach out and blame and get into conflict or experience jealousy. The market punishes people inside Zone 1 and Zone 2. And remember, these are the 4 stages that every single investor and trader goes through. So it's not unusual for people to be stuck inside these zones. But you need to get out as quickly as possible into Zone 3 and Zone 4. A lot of people say, Ken, how do millionaires become millionaires? Well, they find something they love, they commit to it, and they start by earning their $1 million with $1. And they keep on going to get $2 and then $5 and then $10. What happens in Zone 1, the entitlement zone? People say, I want X dollars. And then they say, well, why didn't I get it? Because you're in the wrong zone. Ugh. People inside Zone 1 and Zone 2 fantasize about a life of doing nothing, a life of leisure. We're not supposed to have that life. We need a life of work, dedication, and contribution, especially to others. In Zone 3 and Zone 4, it's all about commitment, dedication, a kick-ass work ethic where you just turn up day after day. You're tired, you're exhausted, you're sick, you don't want to do it, whatever it is, you still turn up. That is literally the only path to success. Any other shortcut, as Edwin says, will cut you. And this is all part of the philosophy of positive excellence, and that's taught inside the masterclass. We can see sentiment actually has decreased a little bit, from 0.255 yesterday down to 0.248 today. Total crypto market cap found support, magnetized support at this level that we've been talking about for quite a few days, 867 and 866 billion. It did crack that Armageddon line in Bitcoin, and we'll have a look at that in a moment. But the concept is it's magnetized, and this has been a very, very strong level of support for the entire crypto market. We have to bear in mind what could happen from here. We're still under multiple levels of resistance. And what did we see in the past trading session for Bitcoin? Because it never stops trading, really. We saw the Armageddon line get cracked once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, nearly 5 times. Wow, that line has been holding so strong. And thank goodness for that. Because if we get a major sell-off, it could go really, really low. But always have your strategy. 22 hours ago on Twitter, Knots just reached out and said, will the Armageddon line hold? I said, I'm leaning into this buy on red with strategies in place if the Armageddon line breaks. That's what you have to do. You have to have a lot of courage because the market was coming down pretty hard. But I knew the terminal rate would likely level out, that the Fed was front-loading their rates, so the potential for the yields to actually flatten out was high. The change with the Prime Minister of the UK was also a pretty good factor. But you have to put these jigsaw pieces together for yourself because everything changes so quickly in the crypto market. It's literally 1 hour to the next. That's exactly why I put the masterclass together, so you can be your own financial advisor. And BORSOG trading is all about in and out as well. We now have to look probabilistically at Bitcoin. And why aren't we looking at a beloved alt? Why are we looking at Bitcoin? Because of Rule 45. Your beloved alt cannot escape Bitcoin's gravity. If you don't look at Bitcoin, you will lose money. You don't have to buy it, but you do have to look at it. And we can see this smart money buy level at 18,666 held incredibly well. We have another smart money sell line up at 19,645 and also 19,426. Is everything fine now? We should go all in and more. We should never go all in and more. That's zone 1 and zone 2 thinking. We don't do that. We just run the probabilities. We can see that even though we pierce the Armageddon line, we've still maintained a resistance level above the current price. We need to be mindful of this. Price is always revealing itself, but we need to get this positive momentum to carry forward into around the 19,500 zone. We want to see 19,500. Then we want to get up here around the 20,000. We want to ride these support lines up and then turn this resistance line to support. That would indicate quite a healthy state. But especially if we get across this 20,500 zone, it's looking really, really good. But we don't always just think about one strategy. In fact, we always think about 3. In episode 685, I take you through your daily 3-dimensional risk management. And it's all about your BORSOG code, your buy on red, sell on green code. And this is version 3. And in episode 685, I dedicate literally the whole episode to it. When you look at the first thing, you've got to figure out what will the markets do. Will they go down, neutral, or up? And what is the percentage? So you need to think about it really carefully. Take some time to align the jigsaw pieces together and say, what is likely here? Is it going to come up? Therefore, what percentage? And whatever is the highest percentage, if 70 is here, maybe 20 is there in neutral, maybe 10%. But you take the dominant percentage and you put it into the first category. And then if you say, okay, I think the market's going to go down. This is your portfolio. How do you think that down move will affect what's inside your portfolio? Do you think what percentage, and these all add up to 100%. You're always thinking about what's going to happen each day, and you really do need to do that. And your synchronization factor is your Midas touch with the market. If you're predicting the down, the neutral, the up, just perfectly, you're finding the sweet spots to get in and out of various cryptos. You've got the Midas touch, so your sync will be very, very high. You'll be in the zone, in the flow. But if the sync is not high, just push it down, because the concept is the markets are always trying to desync you. Institutions love and they revel in the fact that they pull the rug out from retail investors. When we look at the shorts and the longs, we see the shorts were piling in as Bitcoin was cracking through the Armageddon line. And that's an intelligent thing to do, unless you realize that the institutions are all about going and flipping the trade so that people continuously are on the wrong side of the percentage. And what happened? We had a short squeeze. But of course, not before the longs got seriously hit. The markets are always trying to desync you. That's why if you have a low synchronization score, that is absolutely no drama, because that's what the markets seek to do all the time. They seek to correlate and decorrelate meaningful indices all the time as well. And what we see with the longs is they're coming down. So we've got the longs coming down more so than the shorts. So let's have a look at the relative liquidations. Across the past 24 hours, there's been 85.6 million in liquidations across 40,700. 85 million is not a lot. This is very, very light volume. And across the past 24-hour period, about 67% of liquidations were long liquidations. Across the past 12 hours, about 59% long. The past 4 hours, about 89% short. That was the short squeeze. And the past hour, 78% long. So we're seeing some retracement in the market. Overall, the longs got hit more than the shorts, but you can see what a short liquidation will do to price. Rule 45, no alt, that includes your beloved alts, can escape Bitcoin's gravity. We can see Bitcoin's price in the past 24 hours came up 0.45%, and that increased global crypto market cap by 0.55%. Bitcoin really rules the crypto market. The greatest gainers in the past 24 hours, Chiliz, Casper, Quant, Ape, Clayton, and CRV. One thing to note, Clayton was very, very hard hit recently. It was one of the greatest losers. So things can actually flip around very, very quickly in crypto. The greatest 24-hour percent losers, Axie Infinity, Elrond, Maker, Ravencoin, Carver, and Ethereum Proof of Work. The greatest 7-day percent gainers, Casper, LDO, TWT, Maker, Aave, and Quant. The greatest weekly losers, Terra Classic USD, the not-so-stable stablecoin, taking out pole position, then followed by Axie Infinity, Ethereum Proof of Work, Terra Classic, Ethereum Name Service, and Aptos. Let's have a look at some crypto news. Axie Infinity plunged to 16-month lows, active players drained massively. And another potential reason, almost 8% of the total Axie Infinity supply owned by insiders and early investors will be unlocked in a couple of days' time. Binance has done it again and secured a crypto asset provider registration in Cyprus. Ripple versus the SEC, the Hinman documents handed over, about time. XRP news on the SEC lawsuit. When to push, Ripple priced a new all-time high? ? I believe you're going to see a lot of news on Ripple and XRP. Another one. Ripple XRP gets Hinman documents from the SEC. Elon Musk responds. And Elon is not too happy with the SEC. The SEC, from Elon, wants you to think that it cares about disclosure, transparency, and clarity. Don't believe them. When the truth eventually comes out, the shamefulness of their behavior here will ... And that ... is shock you. The key thing to understand here, it took 18 months and 6 court orders to receive that documentation. And in some other news, here is how XRP took up 60% of total volume in one of the largest Latin American crypto exchanges. And that exchange is BORSOG. In other news, Fidelity Investments intends to hire 100 more people for its cryptocurrency unit over the next 6 months. German crypto bank Nuri joins a growing list of crypto service providers to shutter their doors permanently amid the bear market. Amendment to UK Financial Services Bill provides regulation for crypto activities. Polkadot co-founder Gavin Wood steps down as CEO of Parity. But Gavin will remain the company's majority shareholder and take on the title of Chief Architect, where he can focus on what Gavin loves to do best, promoting the mass adoption of Web3 technology. And Arca Firm CEO believes crypto winter has reached the end. 4 signs that point to a bullish reversal in crypto markets. And some more interesting Ripple news. Ripple celebrates 10th anniversary amid SEC chaos. Congratulations. Turning to the top 8, we can see Ethereum following Bitcoin's gravity up, and you can see this blue line behind. That's Bitcoin's gravity. And we can see Binance Coin just a bit weaker. This is not necessarily a good thing. We would expect Binance Coin, because it's the top exchange token, to actually be partying up, but I think a lot of people are a bit shell-shocked at the moment. ADA had a massive sell down, and it's had a massive reversal as well. Well done to anybody and everybody who got in and participated in that. XRP came down and then shot up. We may see a lot of positive price momentum in XRP across the weekend. It's really good to see. And of course, that's not financial advice. You need to do your own research and you need to know what you're doing. The concept is there's a lot of good positive news around which will create attraction for eyeballs, so to speak. People will be looking at it and saying, oh, I should get into XRP. So let's see how it plays out tomorrow, but I think it could be quite positive across the weekend. Solana still quite restrained in its reversal, not like ADA. ADA's got a very, very strong reversal. But remember, ADA and DOT have been very, very weak. But what do we know about the weak and the strong? Please let me know in the comments. And when we look at Doge recovered very, very well. DOT has recovered just a little bit, but not too much. But look at the strength in Matic. Matic is just going for it. And when we see Tron sold down, but it's come up a little bit. It's getting suppressed by all of this resistance above. And we don't see the same thing in SHIB. SHIB has jumped really, really well back to that level. And Tron, if it did the same thing as SHIB, would be around the 60 mark. So just bear that in mind. Uni sold off quite weak in terms of its retracement, kind of like DOT at the moment. AVAX quite strong. It's getting above that resistance at 1542. So that's very good. But we know these sharp angles do tend to reflect. So we're aware of these rules. That's another jigsaw piece in the puzzle. And there's so many pieces that you need to collect. But not just collect them, you need the courage to act on them. And when you see price plummeting down like this or plummeting down like that, it can be very, very hard to actually say, oh, I'm buying that. I'm going to get into that. So that's why courage is really, really important. Litecoin, look at the strength of that rebound. Very, very impressive. Link has also done quite a strong rebound. Atom has as well. But it's quite a weak structure overall. Quant continues to just go for it. And I put in Quant not because it's a top project, but because a lot of people in our beloved global family really like it. And if there are other particular cryptos that you'd like me to have a look through, please let me know in the comments. I'll be reaching out to contact the shortlisted Ken Stanfield CTKS Partial Masterclass Scholarship awardee today. Please keep your eyes on your emails if you've applied for the partial scholarship. And thank you to Crypto Turtle, who has generously given a partial masterclass scholarship as well. And also, I'll be reaching out to the new CTKS ambassadors. And a CTKS ambassador is the highest honor in crypto technical analysis. These people have shown their dedication and commitment to crypto technical analysis in all its facets, especially the positive excellence aspects of integrity, decency, and kindness, as well as technical skill. I'm going to put a couple of LV videos. One is that I want to share this particular chart. In LV24, I'll just put the share link in the video, and I'll come back and do a greater depth video soon. In the comments today, I thought it would be really good to talk about Zone 1, entitlement. This is a particularly problematic zone. This is where people come in with hope and luck and praying and impatience and fun and want excitement, and they think that just by turning up, the rewards will be there. I think it's very, very important to talk about this zone because it's easy for people to get trapped here unknowingly. Thank you for everyone's comments and BORSOG codes in yesterday's video. I just wanted to call out something that Crypto Turtle said. If anyone said they've finished the masterclass but they don't follow the daily lessons here, I'm sure they're missing a lot of great information. It's really important, no matter what, to follow the daily videos. This is really part of the active learning that you need to do inside markets. And Badger said, I agree with you. These daily lessons help us stay immersed and understand how all the gears are moving. And Rundle Ridge said, continuing to go through the masterclass again, I also like watching past videos. Better than Netflix. Thanks, Rundle Ridge. And Dreamsick said something very, very good, and this is all about what our community stands for. Dreamsick said, scammers are reaching a fever pitch. It's very impressive how our community here is just kept completely free of scammers. Really shows the love and care you have, Ken. Oh, thank you, Dreamsick, and of course, all the moderators too. It makes it worth coming here every day and reading the comments. That's very, very beautiful, Dreamsick. One thing that we do as a community, we do not tolerate scammers. I absolutely love the comment that Oscar put in. Hi, Ken and family. Hope everybody is doing well. May you get a few buy on red opportunities in anticipation of some sell on green in the coming days. Also, it's amazing what your brain is doing right now, so let's apply that ability to craft analysis. Take care. I hope I got that right, Oscar. We can apply the brilliance of Oscar's very thoughtful and insightful comment to all the jigsaw pieces that exist in financial markets. You might see inflation, the FOMC, the federal funds rate, what the major indices are doing, what Bitcoin's gravity is doing, so many different things, and then just form the completed puzzle together. And that's what we do each and every day. That's why it's so critical to watch the daily videos. I'm putting these puzzle pieces out there for you to form your analysis. That's why I do these each and every day, 7 days a week. I really want to help you to see what the distinct pieces are and how they can fit within a larger picture. And every day we go through the CTKS Creed, and we're always seeking to find BORSOG opportunities. The CTKS Creed is a series of positive affirmations that you tell yourself each and every day. Those positive affirmations are all about getting rid of fear and living from a foundation of courage, but not just courage, courage and honor. Courage and honor combined create kindness. So let's get into those affirmations. I know the universe wants me to succeed. Every day I show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. I know opportunities in life reset daily. I am worthy. I go slow to go fast. I start small and scale with BORSOG. Life pullbacks give me the strength for the next life rally. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. If you have friends or family who could benefit from positive excellence and what we do here each and every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please introduce them to our community by sharing a video. We'd love to see them here. We have one of the best communities on YouTube, and we don't have scammers in our comments. And thank you very much to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers. And please note, I don't have WhatsApp or Telegram. And I'm really looking forward to your comments on entitlement. It's such an important thing to discuss. Please remember, crypto is volatile, and the stock markets are too. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care, and see you next time. Bye for now.